Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Empower Your Passion. And I'm so excited for today. Hello, Ziki.
Hi, Rebecca. How are you today?
I'm wonderful today. I'm feeling on top of the world, very excited that it's Friday. Friday. My kids break up today. So it gives me a little bit of a break for a week from making sandwiches. So I'm feeling good.
Right there with you. I'm excited for this week to be over. It's been a good week, but weekends are always welcomed. And especially for today, we've got a great guest for us today.
We do. And I'm so excited we have Nicole Sykes here today. And Nicole is such a familiar face. Not only has she become just a household name for Icon South Africa and really an amazing friend. She was a judge last year. Ziki, you would know Nicole very well as being the winner of Icon South Africa last year.
And we've had conversations. We had a nice chat a few weeks ago, just kind of digging deeper, I guess, into who I am. And she asked me some really interesting questions, and I'm so excited that it's my turn to ask the questions.
I'm in the hot seat now. So, hi, ladies. Lovely to be on mine with you. And the tables have turned. I'm a little bit nervous now.
It's okay. Like you said to me, it's almost like, a friend catching up, drinking coffee, and just kind of chatting, shooting the breeze.
It's amazing when you're on the other side of the table. You take it differently.
You do, right? I'm suddenly starting to get a bit nervous here. I really have to feel like I'm in the hot seat.
Well, please relax, and we want to make you feel more as relaxed as possible. And also, you'll find that Empower Your Passion is all about just being really authentic and really real. You understand the platform, and it really is. We're here to involve every woman out there. You don't have to have a certain income, or you don't have to be a certain person. We encourage everybody to get involved and really have each other's back. So you'll see, like today, it's all about just coming from the heart, giving advice where you can, because you never know who's listening and who you really might strike a chord. So yeah.
And that's what it's about, Rebecca. I think it's having these conversations that are just real and authentic. And because, we are all in this corona coaster that we've been on for the last 2.5 years. And I think people really do appreciate just that sincerity and honesty that comes out with being, like I'm struggling, or I'm battling with this, but being open and honest about it, because we can then all support each other, right?
Sure.
So I'm very excited about our conversation today, and as you know, I'm very passionate about Icon SA and what you're achieving and what you're doing, and the reach that you're having and impact. So looking forward to chatting to you about that.
Well, we appreciate that so much. So thank you so much. I think we're going to cut to the chase, Hazy. Yeah, I'm going to let you ask the first question so you can get back at Nicole from the other day.
Be gentle, Zeke.
I'll do my best. Okay, so you head up Women in Business niche for F&B, am I correct?
Yeah, I have the fortunate pleasure of looking after our strategy that focuses on supporting female businesses. So yes, you are correct.
That's incredible. And I think it's quite impressive. Can you tell us a little bit more? What does this entail? How did you become part of it? And just a little bit more on that.
Great, Ziki. So thanks for that question. I think it goes back a couple of years, about 4 years ago now. I was actually on a break, a little bit of a sabbatical. So I've always been fortunate that I've always worked with entrepreneurs in some way or form in my whole career, but failed dismally at being an entrepreneur myself. And I'd taken a little bit of a break from the bank. I've always been a bit of a square peg in a round hole, so I'm not a banker. But when I came back, our CEO at the time asked a colleague of mine, Michelle, and myself, if we would be interested in looking at our female base and how we support them. And this was very exciting for us because we started noticing, because of our enrichment of our data as a bank, and because of our relationships and partnerships that we'd formed, and specifically with SIPC. So I don't know if people know, but you can open your or you can register your business and open your bank account on our portal all in one go. So, which is quite a nice value add for a business. But we started noticing that a lot more women were actually opening bank accounts and registering businesses. And at the same time, we were approached through the International Finance Corporation, through the World Bank, with a push loan of $50 million to help us deploy into female-led businesses to help grow and support them. And this was very exciting for us. So we had to come up with a strategy and something new for the bank. And I've always been passionate, like I said, about entrepreneurship, but specifically around supporting women. Obviously, I'm a woman myself, but I noticed that, in my whole career and the jobs that I've had, I used to, and a little bit of a shameless punt here, but there's a phenomenal an awards that Ernst & Young run called the World Entrepreneur Awards. And I used to be very involved in that and running it for Africa. And a lot of the entrepreneurs coming through were all male. So I always wanted to change that narrative. And then I moved across to F&B, and this opportunity came up about 3-4 years after being there. And it was just very exciting for me. So my colleague and I spent a lot of time engaging with our female clients. We drank a lot of coffee and just sort of understanding what their needs and wants were. And through that came up with our focus on supporting female businesses. And really excited to say that whole $50 million that was given to us to help deploy and help support women on their growth journey, we managed to do it in the first year of receiving that funding. And that for me was quite exciting and quite inspiring, because it showed us that there are so many more women wanting to get involved, wanting to open businesses, wanting to contribute to the economy. And we were able to support them as a bank, which was great. So that's sort of how we got started and how it came about. And it's obviously the strategy's evolved over time. It's more of a lens over our female-led client base, as opposed to this is a product set just for women, but literally taking what appeals to women and what we know women want and what we know speaks to a female-led business, and providing them those networks and opportunities and support to help them on their growth journey, to help them around educating them, to celebrate their successes. So like things like Icon, that is, it's so wonderful, because there are so many amazing, phenomenal women out there that we would never have heard of if it wasn't for platforms like this. And for me and for us as a bank, it's about unearthing those hidden gems and celebrating women's successes. And then thirdly, we sort of looked at how we can have a community impact, because it is all about that. Women love, and I'm generalizing here, but women are the nurturers and carers in society. And we like to give back. We like to make a difference. We want to make sure that everybody in our household is taken care of, as well as our communities. So everything we do has a philanthropic overlay, which I think really also speaks to my heart, because we have to give back. We've got to do good. We need to make an impact in this country, and it starts by giving back. So yeah, that's very briefly in a nutshell. You can see I'm passionate about what I do.
I love
there's so much more that I can talk about, but yeah, it really is. It's just been so amazing to see the journey over the last 4 years, and just to see some of our female clients, the way they've grown, and just celebrating them. So yeah.
I think that's what it's about, being able to just celebrate these women, and just as you speak about, like, we're natural nurturers, and giving back to community is so important. Just this morning, I had my daughter, she's 3 years old, saying, "Mommy, can I please help you make some eggs?" So she was helping me make scrambled eggs, and I realized in the 9 years of my son being on this earth, he has never ever offered me a helping hand, ever. And naturally, she wants to help.
Right?
So naturally she and I can see exactly, and it is, we have this natural thing about us. So I absolutely love that you are giving back to community, and you are putting these wonderful women in the spotlight as well. So thank you for all you do as well.
It's all about the women. It's not what I do, it's all about them. They are
exactly
amazing. So yeah,
exactly. So you've kind of answered why why entrepreneurship is important to you, of course, in a nutshell. But I want to know, why is it important that we have women like lead in business? Like, why is that really important? I know, you know, we all know women are the future, and like you said, now there's so many women that were signing up regarding, you know, bank accounts and things like that. Why is it important, and why is it also important that we bring about knowledge to these entrepreneurs as well?
Yeah, so Becca, that's a great question. I think, I know, we know, research tells us that women are actually the main decision makers in families, in households. And you think about it, if you're going to redo your kitchen, who chooses the tiles that you're going to redo? Who decides what's going to be had for supper? Who looks after the kids and decides where they're going to go to schooling? You know, so women are like primarily not only caretakers, supporters, givers, businesswomen, but they literally run communities, and any community that you can be in. And it really is important for us to support female entrepreneurs, because historically as well, women have also not had a really big space in the workplace. They've also had to have they've had children typically, and taken care of households and stepped out of the work environment as well. But it really is important for us because, you know, women are the ones that are going to create more jobs. They are the ones that are going to look after their staff in a stronger sense and with purpose, which then has a ripple effect and impacts along the line. So I think that's why, you know, I'm so passionate about supporting women, and also the diversity that female thinking brings. Women we think differently. Get a group of women into a room and we want to change the world, right? And we can look and hustle and think away about how we can do that. So I think that is, you know, also a really, really important point. That I just wanted to mention. And then the second question was, sorry, I've forgotten now.
Let me unmute myself.
Yeah.
No, the second question was, why is it important to like building knowledge around entrepreneurship for these women as well? I mean, obviously they need the skill sets, but why is that so important? Why, you know?
So knowledge is power. And the more you know, the more armed and prepared you can be. And it's not necessarily, you know, going deep into one subject or one sphere, but, you know, rather expand your knowledge across the spectrum. And you don't know what you don't know, right? So the more you learn, the more you can, you know, adapt, the more you can create. And it really is important in order for us to grow not only female businesses, but grow young girls into knowledgeable women that actually have the right to choose different career paths. And I think, you know, the education piece for us, and as well as a bank, we acknowledge that, you know, a lot of people don't know or don't understand how banking works or what it takes to start a business. I mean, to start, run and grow a business it takes a lot of hard work, and you can only get there by education, by surrounding yourself with people who can help teach you or help mentor you, and learning as much as possible. So we've got a fantastic platform at FNB, and I'm not just punting FNB, but there are a lot of organizations out there you can learn online and that sort of thing. But we've got a fantastic platform called Fundaba, which helps you. It actually takes the name Fundi and Ndaba, which is Fundi, you know, information and knowledge, and Ndaba gathering, and it provides you as an entrepreneur with that information, like how to register a business, what you should put in a shareholders agreement, looking at the legal requirements, tax requirements, all things like that. So you don't know that some of that stuff starting out as an entrepreneur, and what you can, you know, what you can get back from that is so important. So we've got this platform, and that really helps in terms of the education piece. And then, you know, just around, like I said, mentors and learning from other people is so powerful. It really can make a difference. And there's a lot of stuff online. You can Google anything these days. I think we also had a conversation about that. You know, you can go online and Google, if I want to learn how to sew a sewing costume, for example, I can go onto YouTube and like, I guess, figure it out.
Anything, absolutely anything.
And the thing is with education these days as well, you can do it anywhere at any time. So you could be walking along the street, listening to something. You could take a 5-minute break, listen to a podcast like this, for example. You know, so it is, and bite-sized chunks of information are quite relevant, because people also don't have time to spend hours and hours learning. So if you get these nuggets and these little bits of information, it all helps. So yeah, education is key. It's one of the important blocks in terms of driving entrepreneurship.
Absolutely. And I mean, hey, Zeeks, we agree. And I mean, that's what also, I mean, ICON stands for, is also just to educate, collaborate, and network. It's just so powerful, you know, and we've seen it. So it works. Zeeks, do you want to ask the next question?
Yes, I'm listening to her so passionate about what she does, and I'm really, really curious as to what motivates you to keep doing this. What pushes you daily to get up and do what you do?
Yeah. You know what, Ziki, I think, and I often get asked this question, and I think my answer comes sometimes different every single time. But I love what I do. I love the fact that I get to every day touch somebody's life and make a difference, and that for me helps me fulfill my purpose. So yes, I work in a corporate, and I'm bound by those constraints and all of that, but I get to do something very cool, which is I get to help empower, I get to help support, I get to watch incredible women like yourselves, like Rebecca, grow and thrive. And if there's something that I can do on a daily basis just to help one person, or to make one bit of difference in somebody's life, or have a little bit of impact, then that for me, it drives me. It gets me excited. And you know, I love the fact that women are so open to sharing and giving, and yeah, that for me is powerful. And I get to meet the most incredible people, and that makes it all worthwhile. So yeah.
Well, I love it. We have to have that driving force that pushes us every day, right? And forces us to go and create.
Yeah, so I don't mind getting up at 3 in the morning so that I can start my day, and I get excited about it, which is
then you know, and you're in alignment. So that's beautiful. You know, it's when we have to slog and we're pushing and it just doesn't feel right, and there's like this horrible feeling in our stomach and we can't get out of bed, where our alignment has steered. So very 100%. Nice to hear. Okay, I'm going to ask you, we don't have much time, so I want to ask you 2 more questions here. But one of my questions I want to ask you is, what valuable advice can you give to women out there who are starting businesses, and what would you say the most important thing about starting a business is? What's the most important advice you could give to those women listening right now?
So I think there are 3 things. One would be just start. If you're thinking about it, just start. Even if you are in a corporate job, or you've got another business or whatever, start your little side hustle. Dedicate that time, 2 hours a week or on your weekends or whatever, to just start and just do it. Don't be scared. I think that would be the first one. The second one would be, surround yourself with like-minded people that you can learn from, whether it's getting a mentor or a sponsor, or just creating a network that you can leverage off, that you can gain knowledge from, and new experiences and ideas, because we've all got different thoughts and different perspectives on things. So it's really good to have that different perspective. So I would say that. And then if I wear my banking hat, I would say it's really important when you first start your business to keep your private and your business bank accounts separate. Often as smaller businesses and entrepreneurs starting out, you have everything in one bank account, and you run things through your personal for the business. But then we as a financial services provider, it makes it very difficult for us to see what are business expenses and personal expenses. And when you're looking to apply for credit, or when you go to the bank and say, I need a loan for this, and you don't have that track record of your business account separate from personal, it can become a bit tricky. So I would really, really advise that, wearing my banking hat.
No, that's very valuable. I mean, there's a lot of small businesses, and I've been guilty in the past, of course, where I've gone, and I've mixed the two. So I've learned that valuable lesson at least 2 years ago.
Good.
Now I know. So it is very, very valuable. So thank you. I just wanted to end off by saying, I know that you were a judge last year for Icon South Africa, and we were just really excited to have you on board because of everything that you do for women out there. I mean, it's just invaluable, as we've discussed. How was that experience for you? And also, what advice could you give to the new semi-finalists that have joined the platform?
So Becca, I think, I was really humbled to be part of the judging panel last year. It was obviously the inaugural
well, we were honored.
Awards. Yeah, no, I was honored because we were in the presence of such incredible women that we have in this country, and women that you don't typically hear about. Somebody's calling, sorry. Is it on your side?
No.
Sorry, can we? I don't know.
It's okay. This is an authentic interview. So
yeah,
go ahead. No, this is called corporate juggling. We're women. This is what we do. So this is real.
Yeah, hopefully we can cut
real life.
But yeah, being part of the inaugural judging panel was phenomenal because we got to meet women that you wouldn't typically meet that are usually being showcased and being profiled, and it was like the likes of Ziki and women doing phenomenal stuff in their communities, and it was just so humbling to meet those women, to hear their stories, their challenges that they face, what they're doing, how they're giving back. So yeah, it really was something really special for me, and just seeing the way the women came together to support each other, which is so powerful. So I love that. And I think if I can give any advice to the ladies that have entered and those that are going to enter as well, is that, just follow your dreams, take that risk. You may think you may not be chosen as a finalist, but you never know. Everybody's got an important story to tell in their own journey. And you never know how you may inspire somebody else to step up or to take that leap or to give it a go. And I think that is really powerful. If you can try and inspire somebody else by telling your story and showing the amazing work that you're doing, then that is so powerful. So remain true to yourselves, be authentic, be real, and and just try and inspire other ladies. That's what it's about.
Yeah, I love that. I have nothing more to say to that. That's beautiful.
I was nodding vigorously throughout the whole answer there because I absolutely agree with what you're saying as well. You never know what the outcome is going to be, and you meet the most phenomenal women in the whole entry. So I think what you're saying is very, very valuable, and is definitely going to be something that they'll take away from this. So yeah.
I hope so. And I'm looking forward to the judging this year.
Me too.
Seeing all the finalists coming through is fantastic. There's some great nominations. So, semi-finalists, should I say? But some incredible women we get to judge this year.
Absolutely. And to masterclass and to get to know and to mentor. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun again. And of course, our winner Ziki will be there along the way as well. Yeah. And I know they're all looking forward to that as well. And of course, having you again, Nicole, this year's judge, we're going to be, for us, it's invaluable. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here today. We really appreciate it. And just thank you for this interview. It was beautiful.
No, it's a pleasure. It's actually it's nice to be on the hot seat for a change. So actually, it's actually more pressure putting together the questions and I think answering them than actually being on the other side. So thank you. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. Thank you, and stay blessed next. And we'll
do you too, ladies, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you very much. And to everybody watching, we just want to say thank you for joining us today, and thank you for being here, and to all the phenomenal women out there. I hope that you took away something valuable today. I'm sure you did. And Zeeks, is there any last words from you?
Just again, another thank you to everyone who keeps tuning in every week. And I was absolutely blessed and just humbled listening to Nicole talking about her journey and what she's done and how she just continues to support women out there. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies.
Bye.
Bye, Nicole. Thank you.
Have a good Friday.
Bye.